Welcome once again to another exciting Tuesday edition of your favorite, most anticipated, most exciting, most exhilarating breakfast television show, Wake Up Nigeria.
Definitely. Good morning and welcome. This, of course, is Tuesday. Remain the best way to reset, repurpose. Now, people say so because it is said to be the most productive day of the week. I mean, after the hustle and bustle of Monday, you get down to business on Tuesday.
Yes, it's a vibrant Tuesday morning, and as always, we offer a lovely opportunity for you to join us on this exciting, amazing adventure. We're always here for you to bring that smile on your face, no matter condition.
Yeah.
As the condition already started kicking in for the new year.
You are now seeing the effects of dirty December. January is very clean. But Edgar had a clean December, so probably his January is going to be cleaner. Edgar, how are you doing? Good morning.
I'm super pumped. I am fired up for the show. As you can see, I am suited and ready for the show.
Hey, Mama,
You
you
know.
resemble very intercontinental chef. By the way they do, they see your slicing skills and all of that.
Yes, yes. As you can see, I'm ready.
All right,
You can
that's
tell.
it.
Look at this. Look at this. Can you see? Can you see?
Salt Bay.
Salt Bay.
Salt Bay.
Nice
Salt
one.
Bay.
Nice one there. All right, it's going to be a
Beautiful.
great show. My name is Mike Messikeno.
And I am Emil Kocha. Remember, guys, that you can watch us live on GOTV channel 16 and UHF channel 49.
Definitely. 1-to-1 on StarTimes. You can also hit us up on social media. It's TVC Entertainment across all social media platforms. Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC for engagement and interaction.
Yeah, remember, guys, that you can also download us on either the iOS or the Android stores, guys.
Definitely.
Just
TVC,
download.
that's yes,
TVC
Download the app
Entertainment,
and
yes.
you can watch us anywhere across the world.
Of course
It's
you
Tuesday.
can.
Let's see what we have this morning. Of course, we'll have a chef, but we'll get to see the chef a little bit later on. Chef
Yeah.
Lumi will be here to take us on a cooking expedition this morning. I like the way that sounds. Cooking
So
expedition.
we're going to be learning some kitchen tricks
Ho, ho, ho.
to start off the new year.
I'm looking forward to that one. And we have Jubilate Cheta, a singer-songwriter and Afro-gospel artist and worship leader, will be here to perform, give us some gospel vibes this Tuesday. Well, the kids are going to be back to school quite very soon, so maybe we'll just talk about, while we're discussing now, what how she plans gets the kids set for school.
And for our final discussion, we have Ola Egbonwo. He's a Nigerian-born artist based in Vienna, Austria. Ola is known for combining musical elements like rhythm and blues, gospel, jazz, and soul.
All right, so yeah, back to school, yeah? That's what I wanted to start on. How
Back
are
to
the
school
preparations?
week.
How are you getting the girls set to get back to school?
Well, I have this tradition where the girls don't resume a week after
Okay.
resumption.
Isn't that a problem with the authorities in school? or something?
No, there's no. They just call and find out why they not resume. Oh well.
You should start your own school.
I would like them to resume when I want them to resume.
Okay.
And that's because I really don't like to just rush them into school.
Okay.
There's usually that first week, or at least the first 3 days. There's usually that rush, and I really don't like. I just want them to ease into the
Ease into
school
it.
curriculum, ease into the school,
Yeah.
So,
routine
I think
and environment.
If there is
so-
one time in school that I remember was when I was in secondary school. I was in the boarding house, so we had to be a day earlier than every
Yeah.
other person.
Okay,
We get
so it was
there
day and
Sunday.
boarding.
Yeah, it was day and boarding.
Okay, because me was a pure boarding, so I never that day and boarding dynamics. I think it's quite
Yeah,
interesting.
true.
Yeah.
If we had this students, before they use them, they smuggle things. They go inside. But it was full.
Mine was boarding as well,
Full
full
boarding.
boarding school. And I think
Yeah.
I'd like my kids. I was having that conversation with a friend over the weekend, and I was saying to him that I would like my kids to also go to boarding school. I'd like them to experience that.
the woke
boarding
generation
school.
will tell you start all this. Oh, you're negligent. You don't want to.
Yeah,
You don't want to
trauma.
take care of your kids
Yeah.
and all of that. But I think that boarding school, it forms you in such a way.
It does.
It's like you have a head start.
Yes.
That's what thing boarding school does. I remember. I always tell people that I left home when I was 10 because from that point I spent more time outside than in the house.
Wow.
So 3 terms, You understand? Apart from the holidays, that's when I was back home. So I spent more time in school. And immediately after that, I got into university. And then, of course, I stayed on campus and then off campus. So it kind of, I think I was exposed a bit more to relating with people and all of that. So imagine boarding school in secondary school, but some people are doing boarding school in university where you need exits to go out of.
My school had that. Yeah, my school had that where you needed exits. So you have to go to the Dean of Student Affairs to get an exit to leave the school. But I would say that, yes, in university, but I would say that one of the things that actually, that boarding school actually helps is it also helps to develop the child the mind of a child. It also helps with their cognitive skills. It also helps, most importantly, to build their mental and emotional resilience.
Yes,
true.
And also build your social networks, because even at that age, you're faced with so much.
Exactly.
And you know how you handle it from the lessons that you're learning from the different experiences as you get along. It helps to, shape you and, mold you as a person.
Yeah, the beauty for me was that there are so many things I learned in secondary school. My parents were never the super rich, but they were not so aware about the environment. So you have a school where people are talking about PlayStation, and I'm like, what is that? And then you're talking about certain things, and like they talk about DSTV. I can remember the first time I heard it, and I was like, what is that? What are you talking about? Like, do you get? So I had to go home, cry to my parents, like, Daddy, my friends have PlayStation 2. I don't have PlayStation 2. I want PlayStation 2. You know,
peer pressure.
No, for me it was good at the time because my parents were always open to like buying this stuff. They didn't just know it.
No, I understand
So
that
it was good.
because even while you're with your friends and with your there are certain things that they have that you may not have, and I see that with my kids now. Because over their cousins came to spend some time with us, during the holidays, and there were certain things that they had that they didn't have, and they would always come and say, "Mommy, I want this. Mommy, I want that," and I'd say to them that no. You don't need to have it because this other person has it.
Exactly.
Remember that you're two different people from two different backgrounds, two different families. Our values and our culture are different. You also need to learn contentment.
Okay, so sorry, let me quickly say this. So my younger brother has this trick that he used for a while with my parents. So he has a way of crying, when we were growing up that time. That would just make my mom get him whatever he wants. So he starts with something like, "Oh, what is life? Mommy, what is life? Am I meant to be here?" And Mama says, "Okay, don't worry, I'll get it for you. I'll get it for you." And then so,
emotional blackmail.
But the day I tried what is life, it did not work. They showed me life.
You see, if you try that with my parents, like Benny, Komoko video is for you. What is life? You see life today.
You see life. You see it in colors.
You will see life. You will see life. Well, it's a new day, and of course the work week has started for those of you who just resumed.
Yeah.
And we'll keep you up to date and be with you all through for the next hour, 45 minutes. Just stay with us. We will be back after this very short recess. Welcome to What's Up and About. Quite a number of things are trending, which we would like to mention. Mark Angel. Trending. At one time, I remember when a number of executive programs or something, or executive trainings would look at YouTubers in Africa and all of that, and he was always ranked for a period of 5 to 7 years.
Top
as
5.
the highest, in fact, at one point, top earners for YouTube in Nigeria. In fact, it was all up until recently that a number of movements, especially religious movements, started taking over because of their lives and all of that, which is, the revenue generating platform is really, really doing a lot when it comes here. So, but then yesterday everybody was like, wow, when he mentioned that he lost $3.7 million.
Wow.
Dollars, oh.
Yes.
In Forex.
Wow.
And it's like, you get money like this. Like, we don't say YouTube they pay, but they pay like this, and so that question really came up based off on, allegations that his former team members came up and said that they, they were receiving $200,000 a month. That was from the other guy that was with him, which of course is very, if compared to what a channel like that with millions of followers would make, and so the question arose: is he saying this because he's trying to, is it
gain?
Is he trying to justify what happened, or is he trying to gain some PT and all of that, So that has been going around, and I'm like, 3.7 in Forex. And then some people who do for it say that it's not like that. There's a way. What happened? You can't really lose it like that. You know, we start coming up with different angles and all of that. But but then the question now came up to, how I remember seeing this Black Bones interview where he spoke about how they asked about his contract and he said that, I'm not being used because I saw what I was going to sign. So that thing, the whole thing comes up to exploitation. Are people being exploited when they are starting up? Because it seemed as though, did he exploit this particular person when they were starting up and they did not have an agreement, so there's nothing that they can hold on to at this particular point in time?
I've been in the content creating industry for a while. And I can tell you that sometimes when you start speaking to your idols or people that are already big in this space, you are willing to do anything. Outside the money, just because you want your face to be on their platform, just because you want to grow as well. Mark Angel is a brilliant business guy, and he decided to own the children's space with his content, which of course parents would love, and that gave him millions of views, and you have people that are going to be working with him, the writers, the video guys, and at the time when you're starting content, you just want to be fine. At the time you're starting, but 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, when you start to hear the numbers and you're doing the maths to say, okay, 2 million views, you give me how much? 3 million views, and you now realize that, okay, this guy is making lots of money. Some smart people would say, we can tell the projection of this would go really big. What's the cut like? Some would just say, let's go with the flow. If you give us good money, cool. But again, I always think it's about the perspective of the team and how they have decided or agreed on these things. If I've said, okay, I'm going to be giving you ₦1 million and I'm making 10 billion, that is the agreement that we have, all right? So some people would say, I want you to be more open. How much are you making? But it's always about the agreement.
The agreement. But what's that? What if there's no agreement?
Yeah, because like you said, there was something you said here that just sort of got my attention. There are a couple of things that you mentioned. One, you said as an upcomer, or let's not even just focus on the content creation space, because it happens across different industries where there's someone you idolize, you get an opportunity to work with them. You don't I think we all did free work. We all did free work. We all did free work. Do you understand? In the beginning, right? But over time, it is now your level of exposure, and the network that you have built that now opens your mind to, just sort of putting terms and conditions and certain agreements in place that would also help you as a professional that you have eventually become in this field. For some people, it is now left for you to discern at the points where you are now beginning to ask for what you deserve or what you think you deserve. Because you might think you deserve it, but the person you are working with might say otherwise. I say, no, I don't think you're putting your best foot forward. So I cannot give you what you think you deserve yet. But then it is now left for you at some points in your career to know when to now demand for what you think you deserve.
But let me ask you a question.
And then if you feel that this person, and then some people will say, some of the people that you're working with say, don't worry, we'll do it. Then they'll start adding 1 naira. 2 naira, and
I want to ask a question.
You think they're doing you a favor?
The question is actually for both of you. And I want you to be honest. Do you think the kids and the partners would have an issue if he wasn't making a lot of money? Do you think they'll be complaining about the 200,000?
Oh, definitely not. No, nobody. But it goes without saying that if you are profiting off my work because those kids work, you take them out of the house, you shoot with them.
They were the reasons why the content was popular.
So if you're not, definitely, if there's no money coming in and all of that, and I can see, and okay, we can just be doing it for fun, because most of the time, I think these things start from religious houses, and okay, it comes from there. Oh, we're going for rehearsal and all that. And hey, we can do this thing. Oh, people like it. Oh, let's go. If there's no money coming in, they might just go with the flow. But once they find out, that is where there's an issue. Once they find out that you're profiting off my labor, and in some countries, developed countries, somebody could find some loopholes and you could be answering for a lot. They could tell you that you are doing child labor, you're exploiting.
Yeah, true. True.
That one can come in. Somebody can find one way and then you are doing just that. There's a lot of things we do here and it just goes on like that. Somebody could go and then you could pay a backlog in some very mild remunerations over a long period of time and tell you that you're exploiting children. It could happen.
But then again, it still comes back to education and exposure. A lot of us really do not want to do the nitty-gritties to get the knowledge that you need to sort of equip yourself at some point where you now begin to demand for certain things. Because as you grow older, there are certain things that you've earned, you know, but if you have the knowledge, you know how to go about it, you know how to now begin to demand for it. And then for some people, when they see that, or when they get to the point where they feel that they need a legal representation, they now go, by the time you now pay lawyer will collect like like some chunk of the money. What would not be left for me?
It's just like insurance. You hear people say, I don't really need an insurance, my car insurance. I know how to drive. I'm always very careful. I'm always very careful.
Do you understand? So at the end of the day, even we are exploiting ourselves. Even we are exploiting ourselves. So it still comes down to, you know, getting the necessary information and knowledge and just, you know.
Just to also talk about the money that he lost. These guys make a lot of money. And sometimes when you're investing, you think about it, you've bought like 4 houses, you have land everywhere. You've bought like, you have like 2-3 companies, and you're like, what else? Okay, crypto, Forex. Let me just put my money somewhere.
Yeah, but then somebody said that Nigeria has a numbers problem when it comes to the kind of monies that we talk about. We talk about $3.7 million. Burna Boy tomorrow will come and say,
to be honest, think about it.
$60 million.
Don Jazzy last year.
I'm not saying that these guys are not making
Don Jazzy
it seems like
they make a lot of money. Like Don Jazzy last year,
it was very exaggerated. But I understand that they make this sort of money.
Don Jazzy last year gave Very Dark Man about 150 million or something.
Yeah, talking about Very Dark Man.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just giving an example.
$80 million naira got missing from his.
So imagine, these are figures now. These are figures.
He said it was pranky.
He said it was pranked.
He used tests to test people whether they mumu. All kinds of when you pay for it. It's a prank.
I play.
We need to do better this year, babe. This year, let's sharpen our edges. Nobody should come and do us. The more you see, the less you understand. And on that note, so we need to go on a quick break. The show continues, people. Stay with us. And we are back, people. Thanks for staying with us. Yes, with me in the kitchen is Chef Lumi. Hi.
Good morning.
I know it was quite a hassle getting here this morning. Yeah,
it's a new location.
I know. It's also, I know.
This is beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So this morning, Chef Lumi will be making native rice. I don't think people made native rice during the festivities.
No,
but this is, the dirty December is over now. This is January.
Yes.
We are eating clean and healthy and on a budget. All that festive is over. But hey, talk to us about the ingredients for our native rice.
So for the native rice, we have, okay, what makes it native rice is the fact that, you know, we've eaten jollof rice, fried rice with vegetable oil, but this time around we'll be going with palm oil. So that's like the essential ingredients in native rice. Okay. Also, we have fish. We have dried fish, smoked fish. We have pomo, we have stock fish, we have goat meat, we have our rice, pepper, and then we have some ugu to spice it up.
Yes, some ugu to spice it up, I see. And I think this is some meal that you can whip up in a whiff.
Yes. From
our leftover, you know, ingredients from the festivities, right?
Yes.
Okay, so where do we begin?
So we are parboiling our rice first, already washed rice.
Okay.
We're parboiling it in hot water.
All right. So we're going to parboil, and then once that is ready, talk to us. What are we doing with the tomatoes, pepper, and the tatashi?
Yes, so we'll blend it roughly.
Okay.
And then we'll fry it in our palm oil. Yes.
Okay.
And then afterwards, this is already cooked. The goat meat has been slow cooked already. Okay. So after parboiling the rice, frying the pepper, we toss it in together with the fish, the pomo, and everything, and that'll be
I'll say.
So the vegetable goes in last, so that it will be crunchy.
So it's fresh and still, you know, retains all of the nutrients, because that is the essence of even using vegetables in the first place.
You get it.
So we're just going to wait for our rice to parboil and cook, and then we'll begin the, you know, frying of the sauce and all of that. So now for our tomatoes and pepper and tatashe, we're blending with a blender, right?
Yes, roughly blending.
Roughly blended, because we still want to see chunks of those tomatoes and pepper in native. I've not had native rice in a while. I don't think I had native rice in the whole of 2024, did I? I did not. I didn't even cook it at home, but I know I made native pasta.
Okay.
Yeah. So I used all of this, and then I even used goat meat. So like I, cut them into chunks,
so
like
that's
really bits and pieces of goat meat, and then I had my dried fish. I used stockfish as well.
Yes,
it was such a rich pasta. And then the only different ingredient here was the rice. So instead of
pasta.
instead of rice, I used pasta, and it turned out very nice.
Definitely,
it was Chef Freg's that inspired that meal.
Yes, it's one meal that people are sleeping on. Like we need to try it more.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. Sometimes let's just away with the fried rice and jollof rice and just go native, because even growing up we used to eat this a lot.
Yes, palm oil rice.
Yes, we used to eat palm oil rice a lot, and then suddenly we've all grown now. We are now become bougie. We just totally disregarded it. This meal has been saving lives.
So if you want to cut on the vegetable,
1900s.
the quantity of vegetable oil you take, if you are not able to do maybe soya oil, all those healthy oils,
palm
native
oil.
rice, with palm oil is one meal you should try out.
I agree
one recipe
with
you should try out.
I agree. Seems very easy to make as well.
And it tastes really good.
And taste well. So we have right there on the screen the ingredients. While we are running through that, let's look around for our blender so that we can begin to crush our tomatoes, pepper, and chili bell peppers. Tomatoes are very cheap right now. So we have our tomatoes, we have our onions, we have our pepper, tatashe, chili pepper, we have our palm oil seasoning cubes, we have our ugu, which is the vegetable we're using. We have panla. I see roasted fish there. Is that Titus roasted fish or shower?
No, Titus roasted.
Oh, that's expensive.
Yes, that's gold.
That's gold right there. I'm not joking, people. Yes, we have our stockfish. We have pomo. Pomo to the rescue.
Yeah.
We have our goat's meat, and then the goat's meat has already been steamed.
Yes, and seasoned.
And just seasoned, and we're just going to, and then we have our salt to taste, and then we have our rice, which is the star ingredient here. Remember, guys, that you can substitute your rice for pasta if you're one of those, you just want to. They say variety is the spice of life. You just like to try out new things, try something different. I think it's also something that the kids are going to love.
Yeah.
It's not something that they're used to, but they're absolutely going to love it, because you can't keep giving kids rice and stew to school, jollof rice to school. Well, we don't really make fried rice to school, but then jollof rice or rice and stew. So sometimes you want to, just give them something different. Also, use a lot of proteins, and I'm not just talking the meat or beef. You could also use pomo. You can use fish.
A lot of fish.
A lot of fish.
Yes.
Because kids are always used to beef or chicken. Just put fish. Just use fish. Right. Let them also eat fish. Fish is also proteinous, and it also has a lot of omega-3 fatty acids that they need
to grow.
Right. Okay, so now I think we should begin to work on the fish.
Yes.
So for the pomo, are we like chopping them into chunks, like smaller
I would like
chunks?
to blend the pepper right now.
Oh, okay. So yes, we can wash that, and then do you need help with anything?
Not really.
She doesn't need help. She's one of those chefs that just are hands-on, and they just like to get things done in their own way. That's cool. That's cool. If you're just joining us, people, you are welcome. Thanks for joining us. And right here in the kitchen with me is Chef Lumi. You'll see her in a bit. But if you want to catch up on what we are making this morning, we are making native rice. We have our star ingredient here, which is the native rice. You could also substitute for pasta if you like. We have our goat's meat, which has already been steamed. We have roasted Titus fish, panla. We have stockfish, pomo, salt to taste, vegetable, and the vegetable we're using right here is ugu. We have our palm oil. We have our seasoning cubes. We have our tomatoes, pepper, and chili pepper that needs to be crushed in a bit with blender. Remember, crushed. So you can also can like blend, pound it if you don't have a blender to use, right? So I'm going to suggest, is it possible to like chop them instead?
Okay.
You know, to also sort of like save time.
Yes.
So what do you need? You need me to get you a chopping board.
Yes.
Can we come closer, please? Right. So I would just look around for a chopping board that we could use.
There's one here.
Yeah. So in there, yeah. So that's it. So let's just bring it closer, so that we can also. Some people don't know how to chop. Is there anyone that doesn't know how to chop pepper and tomatoes here? Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to do that in a bit. Yay, right now. Okay, so we're going to begin chopping while our rice is cooking.
Yes.
That's pretty fast though. It's going to be ready in a bit. Now talk to us about what you used in seasoning or in steaming the goat's meat.
Okay, for the goat meat, I used onions,
Okay.
bouillon cubes and salt.
Okay.
And then I added a lot of pepper.
A lot of pepper.
Yes.
Okay. Because I think one of the things that also make the native rice very interesting is pepper.
Yes, if you notice the pepper combination right here, I have
Yeah.
just one big tomato.
Yeah, and a
the
small one.
That's
Right.
all.
Okay.
The others are pepper, and chili pepper. Yes.
So you need to use a lot of it. I
Yes.
think you could also use Cameroon pepper to just,
Yes.
you know, give it that
Yes,
extra
that native, yes.
yeah, taste. And I think another one, yellow pepper.
Yes. So
If you're-
depending
if you're
on how
one-
spicy you want it to be, yes.
Yeah. If you're one that likes to build flavors, I think your yellow pepper would really, really work that magic that it needs. Interesting stuff happening here. So once we are done with our tomatoes and pepper, we are going to talk us through the process once again.
Yes. So what we are cooking is our native rice.
Yeah.
Once we are done parboiling the rice, we'll go in with the pepper in the oil.
Okay.
Yes, we'll fry that very well.
Okay.
And then we'll go in with all the proteins we have, which is the goat's meat,
Okay.
the pomo, the fish, dried fish, the stock fish, and all of that.
Okay.
After which, once all of that is done in the pepper,
Yeah.
yes, then we can now go in with the rice. The rice is like going into the pepper.
Pepper, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
pepper mixture.
All right.
And then our vegetable goes in last.
It's more or less a one-pot dish.
Yes.
But we are going to ensure that the pomo is properly cooked, right?
Yeah, sure.
You know, before we put in the rice. Yeah. But pomo also has that particular flavor that it gives to your meal as
Yes,
well.
anything local. That's why we use pomo a lot in soups.
Ah,
Yes.
yes. But sometimes I just use pomo because I just want to use it because it's one of those, you know, people always say impediments that just has to be in your meal.
It makes
so
the
that's
meal
your
interesting.
Yeah, just so
Yes.
as your take for
You're always
each
getting
for each
something
scoop.
special.
You know, you're definitely taking something into your mouth. We Nigerians like to live the good life.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Okay, so yeah, things are still getting started here in the kitchen. Hopefully our breakfast will be ready in a bit.
Yes.
Chef Lumi is hard at work. Well done, well
Thank you.
done, well done. We're making native rice, people, don't forget. And well, we need you to be part of what we're doing here in the kitchen. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Let us know your comments. If it's something that you'll be trying out, please let us know. The show continues shortly, people. Stay with us.
Yep.
Welcome once again, people. This is the gully where the magic happens. And today we are the tea and we are serving up a sprinkle of deliciousness.
You are tea. What kind of tea?
Chocolate, hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate, she said. And of course, yeah, that's all that we do here. The tide is definitely in our favor and the winds are helping us sail. So come on, join us on that ride as we ensure that we get you fun momentum. Wake Up Nigeria.
Yes, it's a journey of 1,000 steps and it starts with a step. Right, and I'm certain by now we have taken well over 1 million. Thank you for taking the steps with us and joining us. this morning. You mean a lot to us, people. You don't understand.
With that aspire to perspire note, I don't know if Edgar has some inspiration for us there. But Edgar, you go.
Brah, brrr, brrr.
The way she's even looking at you, Edgar. All right, but then we'll get back to the MM. How's it going there? What are we preparing there?
Well, pretty nicely. We are having native rice. When was the last time we had native rice?
Native rice. What's the players inside? What's inside?
Your favorite protein, scubia.
End the show. It's okay. End the show. All right, we'll get back to there later, a bit later on to see the progress there. My name is Mike Mesikeno.
And I am Emil Kocha. Remember, guys, that you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria across all our social media platforms. We want you to be a part of what's happening right here on the show. So
all right.
Send in those comments, people.
Yeah, you can download our mobile app available on the Apple iOS Store and, of course, the Google Play Store. You can also catch us,
Watch us on GOTV channel 16 and UHF channel 49.
All right. Okay, so we have quite a bit left. Chef Lumi is already getting stuff ready there for us in the kitchen and all of that. Well, she looks really beautiful, and she's getting it set, and the food is going to be sweeter than the way she looks, right?
And for a final discussion, we have Ola Egbonwon. He's a Nigerian-born artist based in Vienna, Australia. He is known for Austria. He's known for combining musical elements like rhythm and blues, gospel, jazz, and soul.
They said that we men treat you fine, walking on Broadway. Looking at that.
Oh, you need some dance classes. Edgar and MM have got you covered on that one.
This year.
This year.
Oh, we're
Just
dancing.
understand that before you contact them, you're going to have to do it through me. I will be their liaison officer to ensure that all things pecuniary would have to pass through me.
So that you can exploit us like
You need exploitation. Both of you need to be exploited. But yeah, something is trending here. Lockdown is trending.
Ooh.
Do you think there's a possibility of a lockdown? I mean, there is supposed to be another virus that's coming out of China now.
should better respect themselves and just contain it within their region.
You understand?
Because we are not ready for it. That's this year.
You know the funny thing here? A lot will have to do with border control. Anything coming from there, you just ensure that you are strict to the letter on anywhere. That's how you block it. Because these guys, I think it was yesterday, we were talking about that. These guys, they're eating anything. And, as much as I know, you're very adventurous when it comes to food, but let the food be cooked. Not like when you're eating raw food and food is still alive. And you're struggling to eat alive food.
You're very adventurous.
Yes,
It's
I am
alive.
adventurous.
You
Yeah,
are.
I mean, I am when
It's
it comes
alive.
to food. I'm very adventurous. I like
Those
to
guys,
try
have you
new
not seen
things.
what they do?
But
They
then
get
again, Mike,
something.
it's not even about I mean, we understand the role that plays as well, but then it's also experiments that are just being done for whatever reasons.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
once
that
it
one
breaks out,
one
then it
day.
becomes, contagious. Then it becomes, an issue.
That one day.
It becomes an epidemic.
Yeah, I think my advice would be this isn't something we should joke about.
Yeah,
I think it's something we should be very serious about. Let's start taking that the measure to make sure that things are safe. Wash your hands. Start wearing face mask before you start telling us where. No, it's important we do these things.
Well, it's very true.
I have a friend that
Inside
will tell
here.
you that you would wash your hand when you wake up. Wash your hands as much as you can. Protect yourself every single time. These things are very important.
While all of that is going on, like I said, to immigration, border control and everything, that's where a lot comes from them. Anybody coming out of that region should be medically checked very well before the person even goes there. That's how you curtail it. Because, now from the, different things, is it whatever where it came from, lab or whatever, or somebody ate something or whichever. If it's been recognized that it's coming from this region, they watch those people coming from there.
And those Chinese, they can travel there. They know they still walk.
They're everywhere.
They are like sand.
They're everywhere.
They go just they waka.
They travel past Nigeria.
They are everywhere. And they can do anything.
We want to take a quick break now. The show continues shortly. Stay with us. Thanks for staying with us, people. Are you having fun yet? Well, if you're not, I don't know what you're doing with your time. Or maybe something is wrong and it is not our fault. Just kidding. Okay, welcome guys. With me in the kitchen is Chef Lumi, and she is looming up some very nicely put together native rice. Want to run through the ingredients once again?
Yes. So we have rice. In here we have goat's meat, we have pomo, we have stockfish, and we have our dried fish.
Okay.
Yes. We have pepper, and then we have palm oil and our bouillon cubes.
Yeah, and
That's
also
what
we have
use.
salt to taste.
Yes.
But then we also have a very interesting special someone joining us right here in the kitchen. Ola Egbonwo. Hi.
Good morning, good morning,
Morning.
good morning.
How are you doing?
Very, very well.
Ola, do you
today.
cook?
I probably could kid myself, but I haven't got time to cook. Yeah, because I travel a lot actually. That's
I
why.
can imagine. So what are, amongst all of the places that you've traveled, what's that meal that still, gets you like, ugh, I want to try this meal again?
Man, amala with abula,
Ah.
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you had any since you arrived?
Absolutely. I've been on a quest to find the best spot in Lagos.
I'll tell you later on.
Really?
I'll tell you later.
Secret, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I got you. Okay, so we're making native rice right here in the kitchen with our chef Lumi. And what's your favorite protein? Are you eating fish?
Fish, absolutely. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
fish.
Yeah. I'm Ilaje, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have a diet routine?
Not
Are you on a
really.
strict
Not
diet, or
really.
you just eat?
I eat a lot. I work out a lot, so I don't have an issue with that.
Do you have an adventurous palate, or you're just very? Let me just eat what I understand.
No. I'm very open. Actually, I'm also on the quest to find the best meat pie in town.
Meat pie.
Yeah.
Oh, you like meat pie?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay. Do I really know any good meat pie spots? Let's see.
We share the secrets later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it
Yeah, we'll
later.
do that.
But hey, yes, so Chef Lumi's had our work right here in the kitchen. We have our goat's meat cooking and then our, stockfish and, we there. So, something came to mind and I'd like to ask you. There's been a lot of conversations about, an ideal woman, knowing how to cook. Being that the society that we are at,
Oh
a
boy.
woman, it's a must. It's a must-have for every woman to know how to cook. Are you also in that line of thought? What are your thoughts?
Not really, because I don't spend so much time eating.
Yeah.
I more or less feed rather than eat because I'm
Okay.
into so many things. I'm producing, I'm writing, I'm touring, and this and that. So, eating for me is more like a necessity, not luxury.
Okay, so it's not one of those.
Nah.
It really doesn't matter.
No, it really doesn't matter. But I could only, I would pick out 3, 4, 5 things, and I
Okay.
could leave 20 years ago on those 3, 4, 5 things.
Talk to us about it.
Amala,
And then.
Iyan Eforiro, meat pie. What else? I love rice, jollof rice, not just jollof rice.
The smoky party jollof rice.
No, the real easy party jollof rice. It's like just rice with atagungu and whatever put together. Like what we used to do in university back in the days.
Yeah, but I mean, you travel a lot, and then amala, inyon, those are like foods that are not easy to find.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what is the alternative?
It's
You're
usual
not having
meat,
inyon.
pasta, this boring stuff, really. Very, very
Okay.
expected. Yeah, I've had it for too long.
Okay. So, I'm glad rice is on that list.
Absolutely.
Right, so we're having rice later on. I would like you to have a taste
With
when it's ready.
pleasure.
Okay, fantastic. All right, well, Ola Egbonwo is still right here with us in the kitchen and right here in the studio. We're going to be talking to him later on the couch. Chef Lumi is ensuring that this native rice comes together very nicely, as always. And the show continues, people. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Give me the are you gonna make some time? And are you
Nice. Now that is some feel-good music.
Yes, man.
And I
Yes,
hope you're not dancing to it alone. Don't be greedy. You need to share that rhythm with someone on the dance floor, right? Absolutely love it. Right here with me on the couch is Ola Egbonwo. He's a Nigerian-born artist based in Vienna, Austria. He is known for combining musical elements like rhythm and blues, gospel, jazz, and soul. Hi, Ola.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good to have you with us.
Thank you for the invitation.
That's beautiful music.
Thank
by
you
the
very
way.
much.
That's
Thank you
beautiful
very much.
music. You make really good music.
Cheers.
And music is supposed to be the food to the soul, like food.
Absolutely.
It's healing. Your music is healing. It's not every music we hear now that's healing, but
Really?
yes, it's not every music that heals your soul, but that is definitely good music. It's a beautiful way to start the day. But talk to us. You've been in Vienna for what, 25 years now?
24, a little
24
bit, a
years.
little bit over 24 years.
Yeah, and then how did your musical journey in a country like Austria begin?
The whole thing started by accident. I never planned it. I played a bit of drums back in Lagos and emigrating to Vienna for a better life. But when I got there, I realized it wasn't as rosy as it was painted. And I decided I wouldn't do any job I couldn't do in Lagos. I would not do it there, like all them odd jobs and stuff. I went to school, for God's sake. And yeah, I got a bit frustrated, on the border, on the edge of depression and stuff. Then I met some friends who had studios and started hanging out with them, just enjoying music because I grew up in a musical family.
Oh, great.
Just enjoying music, and as time went by, you just started reasoning, calculating, and the whole thing came back to me. And before I knew it, I was singing a song, and I was like, oh, wow, I could really. That is actually how it started. I'm like, wow, I can sing, and the rest is history.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Wow, just like that.
Just like that.
Singing
Sometimes you never know.
It's for the bold, though. You have to be courageous.
Absolutely.
So when did you begin? I mean, picking up a genre
All right.
in a country that is not. I mean, I don't even know if they're familiar with the Afrobeat genre, and being an African,
Yeah.
you know, yourself, how were you able to, you know, choose Afro soul, jazz
Yeah.
as a genre? And now let's also talk about, you know, its acceptability in a country like, you know, Vienna
You know what?
or Austria.
First of all, like I said, grew up in my family. My father loves classical music.
Yeah.
My brother, he's an amazing jazz pianist. He still plays the organ in the church.
Okay.
Actually, I was in church on Sunday, Folawiyo Bankole Memorial Methodist Church.
Okay.
Still plays the pipe organ and stuff. I've got 3 brothers. Oye plays the keyboard. Tony is a composer and a painter. Shola is a mathematician, whatever. Tomi she's a great actress. She's actually in Lagos, right? She's done a
Okay.
couple of Netflix movies and
Okay.
stuff. So we all had this thing, but nobody really used it. Tomi she did theater arts at the University of Ibadan.
Okay.
And yeah, she was just doing her thing on the side. She's got a job also too. But I was more or less the first one to really take the bulls by the horns. I was like, this is all I'm going to do fully. And when I realized I had the gift and the talent for it, and I just went back into the archives, like what I grew up, the kind of sound I grew up with, because I realized that the only way I could make a difference is if I'm myself. And I went back in there, checked so many music, checked so many things, and I love jazz. So I started piecing everything together bit by bit, and yeah, it formed itself.
Now let's talk about the exceptions in a country like
All right.
Austria. You know, also, you know, being a black music artist in a country like Austria. How has that acceptance been?
The first thing was with the Black Americans, because they were like, you're African with a Nigerian African sounding name. You shouldn't be doing American style of music. I'm like, no, you guys are wrong. It's black music. We Africans,
How the originators.
exactly,
Yeah.
we were taking over there, and the music evolved
Yes,
from what it was to what it is, and we can't separate it.
Yeah.
And that was the first hurdle, and getting that on the side, and yeah, I just walked past through everybody. I didn't. Nigeria, we know they carry last.
Right.
Absolutely. I just bulldoze through everybody. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do my thing the way I want to do it, and you're going to take it.
And they're taking it.
Ah, they love it.
Let's talk about your, you tour a lot. You've toured
yeah.
through different countries,
Yeah, absolutely.
Introducing, your genre of music, to people who haven't listened to it before and to people who already are familiar with the sound. How has that been? Talk to us about the challenges. Have you had any band breakup? Because I can imagine all of those, intricacies that go on within bands and all of that.
My first band breakup was the first thing I realized was I became a meal ticket to my first guy because they saw what I was doing. I was more or less a novice in the business, and everybody loved it. So we did all the parties, but I realized that these guys were up there, we are down here, but they loved what we did. We were making their parties happen.
Okay.
But I wasn't seeing what I was supposed to see or enjoy what I was supposed to enjoy. And these guys they felt like we had to please them to get these things done. I'm like, dude, we are bringing the table. We are making the party happen. We should get a proper
seats at the table.
Exactly. So due to that, we had to part ways.
Okay.
We part ways, and it took me a while to put another band together. And that was actually when I started really like being myself more, like, because I found that people actually really enjoy what I did, and I realized that it doesn't matter whatever I did. What matters is what I feel comfortable with, or what I present to the people.
Yeah.
So, and that's actually where I started drifting more into the Afro soul. Singing.
Oh, fantastic! You're in Nigeria you've been in Nigeria for a while now.
Oh, yeah.
Are you looking to collaborate with any of our Afrobeats
absolutely.
music artists?
Yeah, I'll be collaborating with different people. First of all, definitely, without a doubt, Yinka Davis.
Davis is a fantastic.
We've been vibing together for the last weeks and stuff. And there's a guy I'm talking with right now, Obi Nelson.
Obi Nelson.
Nelson. I'll be meeting him tomorrow.
Okay.
We're going to talk about what we could do, and just over there, just brainstorming. The name has been ringing.
Okay.
Johnny Drill.
Johnny Drill.
Johnny Drill has been
ringing.
Of course, I love Thames also too. I love.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. I feel like Thames, and it's going to be a match made in heaven. It's definitely. And with Johnny Drill, I feel like it's going to be like,
okay. Let's get all them guys in the studio.
I feel like it's going to be a beautiful marriage. It's going to be a beautiful one. But I know that you are performing tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, yeah.
So how's the setup being? Rehearsals? I hope Lagos is not stressing you.
I'm loving Lagos.
Oh,
really.
fantastic.
I love the energy. I love the fact that I'm working less. Being in Vienna, I'm touring everywhere. But Lagos I'm just relaxed.
Oh, fantastic.
Trying to piece this thing together I'm actually doing a show, coming out show on the 14th of February.
Oh, nice.
At the Turaka, at the rooftop at the Ebony Lifetop, strictly by invitation.
Oh, that's going to be beautiful.
Strictly by invitation. You're invited, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. I definitely will be there, because I mean, Afro soul jazz is a genre. That music genre is, it's for a certain class of people. It's not like generally accepted. The youngins will not understand that kind of music. Some of them would. It also depends on, the kind of background that they're coming from. But how do you intend to, break into reaching a wider audience? I
think music is, not I think, I know without a doubt that music is a universal language.
Yeah.
It's all about appeal. It's about how it's been presented. I'm actually working on a song right now with the genre Afro soul, not Afro soul jazz. I'm taking the Afrobeat groove and putting the soul composition in it.
Oh, beautiful.
So that's the layer. So everything depends on how it's been presented, how it's been layered, and I think I'm very curious to see how people accept it, but I'm quite positive.
Fantastic. So other than your future projects in February, is there anything that you're looking forward to, or that we should look forward to from Ola Egbonwo?
Yeah, I decided I would do a love album.
Ooh, love album.
I want to do a duet of old Nigerian music.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Live?
Like live, everything live. We'll record it, because with the guys I want to work with, they are not. We can definitely do stuff in the studio, but in our elements, it has to be live. We have to sing live, we have to be recorded live. That's actually when we can actually project ourselves.
All right,
properly.
fantastic.
Yeah.
This has been an interesting conversation.
very
Looking forward to the, I mean, you have your performance tomorrow. Definitely going to be there, to cheer on. And because I love Afro, I love soulful music.
Yes, please, come on over.
I love soulful music. So at this point, we have to head over to the kitchen. I know you were there earlier on, but now breakfast is ready and served. And shall we?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay, so.
After you.
After me, after you, you're our guest.
No, please, man.
Okay.
Hey.
They say the neon lights up bright on Broadway. They say there's always magic in the air. But when you're walking down the street and you ain't got enough to eat.
Yay! They say music and food
Absolutely, comes together.
is the food to your soul.
Yes.
Yes. Well done, Chef Lumi. Our native rice is ready. And I already see Ola's mouth watering.
Can't wait.
We can't wait. So yes,
It is native rice.
Oh, look at that stockfish and that goat's meat. Ooh.
Ooh, all for me, right?
Yes,
all
it
for
is.
you.
No, you guys
So,
are kidding now.
oh no, it's for you. So Mike is getting
Let me move closer to it.
Yes.
Oh boy.
So there you go.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
I kind of.
This is native
You
rice.
guys really want me to that?
Yes, please.
please
It's
go
all
in.
yours.
All right.
Look at that.
I hope
You're
it's not
very
too hot.
generous with the protein.
I hope it's not too hot though.
It is actually. Do you like hot food? Love it.
Lumi.
Oh, he's
Lumi.
going for another one.
Lumi.
Who
Why
cooked
you
it?
putting
She
me
made
She
it, right?
did, yeah.
No, she did it.
She made
Wow,
it.
wow.
Oh, fantastic.
You were
What do you
saying?
think? So what do you think? Like it? Love
It's
it?
amazing, it's
Want to take it
amazing.
home?
I would love to, but I'm going for rehearsals right now.
So,
yeah.
well, it's a good thing. We're giving you something to,
To fuel my,
fuel
you know,
your, yeah.
Yeah, I'm working 6 hours today, like really hard.
Wow.
Thank you very
Well
much.
done. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for coming.
Cheers, thank
and,
you.
have a wonderful rehearsal.
Yeah.
Chef Lumi, you are too much. Well done.
Thank
Edgar,
you.
Well
tell us about the performance.
done.
You spoke to him
Thank you.
earlier. Tell us about the performance.
Oh,
Come
yes. Great guy, great
Yeah.
music. You guys just watch him. Just watch him again. Just watch him again.
Jubilee's Cheddar.
Definitely.
Right there,
Yes.
waiting to take us away as we wrap up the show.
All right. All right.
Are you a child of God?